We do not want to rush the season, but we are already seeing ads and getting messages about the holiday buying season. Just go into any store, December is feeling and getting closer and closer every day. There's one group that's been preparing for the holiday season for months. 8 out of 10 small business owners say the holiday season is important for their overall profit. The majority of small businesses rely on the holidays for 1/4 of their annual revenue. Small businesses need a strong partner for a strong retail season. Let's learn more about the services that are offered to help small businesses at U.S. Bank from Nina Johnson. Nina is the Senior Vice President, Wisconsin Branch Bank Market Leader. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Denise. It's an honor to be here today.
So what are some of the ways that U.S. Bank is really positioned to help small businesses as they gear up for this make or break season?
Well, you know, this is such a great time of year because, as you said, our business owners are preparing. They've been preparing all year for this moment. And one of the things that we do at U.S. Bank is we try to provide resources in not only product, but also our staffing. Whether you're stopping at a branch to talk to a small business banker, you're making an appointment with our SBA specialist that is actually in the bank, they provide SBA services, or you're talking with one of our business access advisors, which we have 2 now for the state of Wisconsin, one supporting Black communities and then also one supporting Hispanic Latino communities in the state. And when we think about everything that the small business owner is trying to accomplish, they don't want to do it in a vacuum. They don't want to do that by themselves, whether they need access to capital, for example. They need training on how to balance their budget, understand financials. Those types of things are tools that U.S. Bank can support them with, but we definitely want to talk with them before they take the leap. And that's why we are so honored to be here today, just because it's an important factor that small businesses may not think about. You know, they're stocking their shelves, they're trying to make sure that they have enough inventory. But with that, U.S. Bank comes along and says, wait a minute, what about your liquidity position? Do you have enough capital? If there is a surge in your business this holiday season, are you prepared for that? You know, there's bargains out there during the holiday, which is why I love the holiday season for that reason. But it's very important that our small business owners think like a consumer a little bit when you consider that there's specials that can help them save money and kind of stretch a dollar.
So these special advisors, they really kind of do that thinking for and with the small business owners themselves, so they can really be their expert guides.
That's exactly right. And, you know, we have 17 now nationally. This initiative started during the pandemic. It was part of the $100 billion access commitment. And now here in Wisconsin, to hear that we have 2 experts, as I call them, in the small business space, it's just exciting to see that they're here to just help shepherd the small business owners along, as well as the small business agents that are in our branches, once again, who are working in tandem with the business access advisors to provide wraparound services for them. So whether it's treasury management, if they indeed are someone who just started a business and they have enough capital, maybe that's not the issue, then, you know, let's think about protection for, you know, just using their capital in a way that they did not plan. How do you do that? Maybe there's a credit line for their small business where they can protect their liquidity, or even a business card. You know, those types of things are tools that the small business owner can use wisely, noting that if they get that card, they don't want to maximize the balance. There's a balance utilization threshold that you don't want to cross, but it's just for emergencies as a backup.
Is one of the challenges for small businesses is that a small business is something that usually speaks to someone's passion, something they care deeply about. They are so focused on moving that business forward that they don't always recognize that you got to pay attention to making sure you have the tools that you need to be successful.
That's so true. And that's why we want to be there along the journey, just to say, what about this? Did you think about it from this perspective? Sometimes it's helpful to have that external voice that's not connected to the passion, but connected to your vision. And I think there's a differentiator there. And for US Bank, we try to be that missing link, so to speak, in the process for the success of your business.
When you talk about that vision, when you have experts there who can help you, you're focused on this fourth quarter because it's make or break for you. But those experts really can be there all year long to help people plan for 12 months, 24 months, 48 months.
That's so true. You know, when you think about the life cycle, and I'm going back to Business 101, you think about that life cycle of your business as an entrepreneur, and you want to plan effectively what's going to happen in the short term, but then also the long term. Long term used to be 15 years, now it may be 3 to 5 years because things change in our industry overall. And so from banking's perspective, we just want to make sure that we're there from beginning to the, throughout the life cycle of your business, just because things change and you want to be able to have that resource available all throughout the experience.
The experts that you have at US Bank, are they also particularly attuned to the unique challenges that may exist with businesses that are owned by women or people of color who traditionally may not be as deeply capitaled as other businesses? Are they attuned to those special needs so people can get support sometimes even before they realize they need it?
Yes, so we actually are customizing our approach in the business access space to support Black and Brown communities, BIPOC communities, women-owned businesses, et cetera, because we wanted to make sure that they were a part of the experience overall. And so because of that, initiatives like recommendations to work with collaborative groups are things that we talk to businesses that are BIPOC about. For example, if you have someone who's just starting out their accounting firm, and then you have someone who's a caterer this time of year, and that accounting firm wants to host an event, we talk about bartering, the old-fashioned bartering system, right? Where they both use their tools collaboratively so that, one, the accountant can have some great food at their event at a discount or for free, and then in the reverse, the caterer can have a free accountant for the tax season. When you think about business from that perspective, it helps you stretch a dollar and understands that, there's a way to bring community. There's a sense of community around what's happening with your business, as well as a opportunity to be ambassadors for one another. So those types of things are just small nuggets of wisdom that our access advisors share with our business owners throughout the year. So by the time they get to this time of year, at fourth quarter, there's a lot of information, wisdom that's shared with the business owners, so they're not trying to catch up with what's happening. They are rightly prepared for success this time of year.
Now, there's going to be somebody out there who's a small business owner who's not taken advantage of Access Business, and who may be panicking a little bit as they're listening to us. Is it too late for someone to make plans to have a successful holiday fourth quarter season?
It's not. In fact, when you think about what is happening in our world today with technology, we use digital quite a bit at US Bank. We have a digital plus human methodology, and it's what we call the power of us. And so with that, we use digital. If we need to set up time on a Zoom just to get the information out to the population, we use those methodologies to support forward movement in a quick period of time, so there's a quick turnaround time. We also work closely with our community development financial institutions, so if you're like, okay, I really need this tomorrow, and I know that the business access advisory team is available next week, but I need somebody tomorrow, we will look at that information right away to determine, okay, is this something that we can help this individual with today, or do we need to create a pathway in partnership with our CDFI, or community development financial institution, to help them right now in preparation for our organization helping them in the future. So I think there's a lot of wraparound support, not only within U.S. Bank, but also organizations that we actually fund and support through our community development financial institution partners, or commonly known as CDFIs.
Well, if I'm a small business owner and I'm hearing the advice that you're offering and the services you provide, I'm already feeling confident about the holiday giving and buying season. Nina, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you.
We'll be back in just a minute.